going to hit a dinger. And I want to remind you that this is not betting advice. I would not tell me at all. I do not recommend that, as this is a pretty challenging way to go about betting. But I'm going to do my best. We had an interesting day yesterday. It started off really hot. I had I think 2 or 3 home runs in the first slate of games, and as the day went on, there were more that did not hit. So that was unfortunate. I had some 3-leg parlays with guys I thought they were going to hit home runs, and there were numerous ones. I think there was 3-leg parlays where one guy did not hit a home run. So I got 2 out of 3, and I only did round robin for one of them. So that was really dumb. But part of the problem with that is I only round robin for one of them because the other 2 were using profit boosts, and you can't use a profit boost with a round robin. So it was unfortunate. But today is a very small slate, so we should get through this pretty quickly and be able to identify the best options. But before we get started, I'm going to take a piece of gum and pop that in my mouth. Okay, as we get started here, like I said, there's only I think 8 games or something like that. So, it's weird, there's barely any games, but they still chose to have a day game. So, Orioles at Cleveland, weather really hot, and wind blowing out, so that's good. Alright, so let's get started. J-Rom has been on fire. We mentioned him in our previous video, and I think I chose not to go with him, but he actually, when we were looking through that data that night, he hit a home run. So he's up against Charlie Morton. Not good history against him, but I don't really care about that. We can see people are hitting well against Morton, so that's a good sign. Go to the pitch mix. This is a righty, so I can see the rest of the team. Okay, so curveball. J-Rom hits very well. Four-seam hits very well. Change-up, not great average, but hits it for extra bases. And that's his main 3. He does throw a sinker from time to time, and J-Rom absolutely crushes that as well. We look at metrics. Last 15 barrel percentage is higher, more than double what it was for the season. So that's a good sign. Home run, fly ball rate percentage is a super high, 26. He is a switch hitter, so he'll be on the left side since it's a right-handed pitcher, and the air was blowing out to the left. So these are all great signs. I think this is going to be a lock. We can see here against those 3 pitches, he's been seeing it well, hitting it well. There's 3 home runs just in this small sample right here. We go to the spray chart, and it increases from 6 to 9. I'm also going to take out the 2 that he barely throws just to see what that changes it to. Okay, it actually changes it to 8, so it's more like 6 to 8. And you can see he's pulling all of his home runs, and that's the way that air is blowing. The wind is blowing that way. So I think this is, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a nuke. He's been on fire, and he didn't hit a home run yesterday. You can see last 10 games he's hit 1 in 4. Last 5 games he's hit it in 3. He's just been on fire. Now the odds replicate that, and they're not great, but he could be a great candidate for a parlay. So love him. he is a lefty, so that's good. He is pulling it almost half the time, so this is like borderline. He might be good to put his name down, but I don't know if it's good enough. There's 7% with this. And then it goes up to 8. Let's take off the 2 that he barely throws. 7.6. Let's just reset to everything. 5 to 7, basically. 8 with everything, but like you take the 2 out that he doesn't really throw that much, and it's really like 7. Okay, so I think he's good enough to put his name down, but I don't think I'm gonna put anything on him. But if he ends up going, I put his name down to track, because if he ends up going, I wouldn't be surprised. Wilson, no. Raggio, no. I mean, Raggio has got something there, but his stat gas not good. Metrics really bad. There's a lot of red up here, so no. He's hit a couple. That's what grabbed my attention, but no. Let's go look at the splits for J-Rom. At home, he's awesome. Okay, so he's not hit a lot of home runs during the day, so there's the first red flag. He's been on a tear in July. He doesn't hit well on Thursdays either, which is odd. He does really well against righties. And batting third is his best spot, and that's where he's at. So there's some bad indicators there. Thursdays does not do well for whatever reason, and then day games. So that stinks. That might actually, I'm not gonna lie, that probably changes him from a nuke to a hammer. And you may think that that's ridiculous, but I don't know. Baseball's weird where that can actually make sense. Let's go to the Baltimore side. Laureano has been doing well recently, right? 2 last 5, 3 last 10. So Logan is a left-handed pitcher, Logan Allen. He doesn't hit well for average, but he's mid for ISO. Lefties surprisingly do better against Allen. Usually a lefty on lefty is not a good matchup, but Laureano is a righty, so we don't have that advantage going for us. So 4-seam, low ISO, sweeper, low ISO, changeup. It's the only one that's mid. And then cutter, really bad too. There's too much red there for me. I'm not a fan of this, so I'm not gonna go with Laureano. Let's start at the top of the order with Holiday. Nothing there. Westberg, sorry. Again, probably not good enough. Gunner. There's some bright green there, but sinker's bad. Sweeper's bad. 4-seam's bad. No. I mean, someone on this team is going to go yard, but the data is just not really speaking to me. Like, look at all this red. Like, this is mid, and then this is good. But 4-seam bad. Sweeper bad. Changeup bad. Like, I don't know. There's going to be someone that goes, I'm sure. Just because of the weather, probably, with it being 91 degrees. Like, it's going to be conducive to some home runs, but maybe it'll be Jackson. I mean, look at all this green here, but he only has 2 at-bats, so like, how do we even know? I don't know. Someone's gonna go yard, and I can't tell who it is from this team. With this matchup, I don't like it. I'm just gonna avoid it. Alright, let's move on to the next one. At 5:40, we got the Blue Jays and Tigers, 88 degrees. Oh man, that's brutal. The wind is blowing in. That's not good. Alright, that makes it much harder. I was hoping to find some locks in here, but that's not good at all. Alright, Lauer is a lefty. Torkelson has a phenomenal history against him, but I don't know how recent that is. For the season, righties hit more home runs. That's for sure. And Torkelson actually does really well against lefties. You can see the ISO is dark green. Metrics look insane. This is awesome. History looks insane. Holy cow. Okay, so I think this is going to be a nuke just based off of goes in sinker and slider. It goes up even higher to 12.5. This is a nuke, right? So this is a really good example of how you can see, the data is speaking to us that if anybody's gonna go yard, like, he should have the best chance. But the weather is not gonna help us in this situation. So let's go look at Riley. This is their home run hitter typically, but against lefties, you can see Torkelson has the most. So nothing really standing out here with Riley. Torkelson, we got Torres. There's some good history there. Metrics are mid. Four seam mid. Cutter, not good. Curveball, not good at all. Like, really bad. And then change up, mid. So probably not enough there. If we reset here, everything's at 3. Pitch mix 4.2. Take out the 2. He doesn't throw that much, and it's back at 4. So we're back up to 4, I should say. Spray's a little better, but it's not enough though to convince me. McKinstry, there's nothing up here. Bias, there's some good bright green here, so that's a good sign. Four seam, not good. ISO. Cutter, bad. Curveball, he hit the curveball well, and he hit 1 home run. So that's a good sign. Change up, not good. So again, some positive, some negative. Reset here. Everything's at 4.7. Pitch mix goes to 3.6. Take off the bottom 2, and it goes up to 5. So that's decent. But you can see, he is a righty, so he's pulling that way. And I think the wind is coming in this way from right field. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. He's just been doing so poorly. It's probably still not worth it. Cold Keith, not good. Dingler, not good. Sweeney, not. Oh wait, there's some indicators here for Sweeney. All right, four seam, not good. Cutter, not good. Slider is the only one that he has a high ISO in, and no home runs though, so probably not good enough. Perez is dark green across the board here. Metrics look good. History looks good. Four seam, like, this looks great. Cutter looks good. Curveball looks good. The ISO is not good though. And then change up. I'm gonna put this as a hammer. Even before I look at the spray chart, let's reset. Let's look at spray chart 6.2. Go to the pitch mix, and it's double to 12. Let's take off the 2 he doesn't throw. And it goes even higher to 14. Okay, I'm changing this from hammer to nuke. This is a nuke as well. Again, wind is not gonna help here, but we now know who's most likely gonna go yard in this game. We gotta look at the Toronto side too, but Torkelson and Perez are looking great. The others, Meadows, no. Rogers, no. Rogers actually has insane metrics, but he's only got 14 at bats, so I don't know if he just called lightning in a bottle or if this is for real. I can't tell. So, Verling, this looks insane too, but again, small sample size, just 20 at bats. This is absolutely insane though. Four seam, he doesn't hit well up here. Cutter doesn't, like, so there's nothing up here in terms of ISO, but he is hitting this stuff well. Like, these could have all been home runs. This is pretty wild. Like, this kind of makes me think I would not be shocked at all if he hits one. It's just he hasn't hit one at all yet against a lefty. He's got 0 home runs against a lefty. So reset, 0 home runs. Pitch mix, 0 home runs. So, like, there's nothing I can do there. So I'm gonna put the name down just to see what happens with it, but it's not good enough for me to take a chance by putting money on it. He does have long odds, so this could be, if I was intentionally trying to go for long shots, he might be on that list. He's probably on the short list. And then Joe Bichette is good enough to have his name down, but I don't know if I'm sold on putting him into the hammer category. Let's take a look at Vlad. This looks exit velocity is good. 1 history. Sinker, not good. Change up mid ISO. Slider, mid ISO, but does have 3 home runs against the slider. And then 4-seam, not bad. Let's look at the spray chart. Reset it. Everything's at 4.2. It goes down to 3.6 from the pitch mix. That's not good. Take off the bottom 3. And it's 3.4. It goes down, so that's not good either. Actually, I'm kind of surprised too that I'm gonna like Bichette more than Vlad. Clemens, no way. Metrics are awful. Springer, metrics bad. No history. Sinker, mid. It's not terrible. Change up, mid. Slider, mid. And finally, the 4-seam is what he hits best, but he barely ever throws that. Spray chart, reset it. We're at 6.7. It goes to 6.6 with his pitch mix. Get rid of the ones he barely throws. And it goes down to 5.3. So again, not good. Kirk, he's not really a home run hitter. Barger is a home run hitter. He has the most home runs against righties. Metrics are mid, a little bit of history though, so that's a good sign. Alright, 4-seam, mid ISO, change up, good ISO, slider, good ISO. I think Barger's going to be the one on this team that probably has the most likely chance. Let's take a look at the spray chart. It's at 7.1. Oh man, with this pitch mix goes down to 6.7. Let's take away some of the ones he doesn't throw as much compared to the others, and it's back up to 7.8. So it does go slightly up with his pitch mix that he throws most often. But the problem here is he typically, because he's a lefty, he typically pulls, and this is exactly where the wind is coming from. So I originally was going to think I need to put this as like a hammer, but because of the wind, I'm just going to put his name down and see if he can pull it off. I don't think it's worth my money. Luke's not good. Straw, not good. Wagner, not good. Heineman has some ISO. A little bit of history there, but metrics are really bad. 4-seam is good. Change up is bad. Slider is good. And then sinker, not for ISO. So let's look at the spray chart. Reset it. It's at 4. Go to his pitch mix. It's at 7. Take away the ones he barely throws compared to the others, and it's up to 10.5. So that's pretty good. It's just his metrics are so bad. I don't think I'm sold on it. I feel like this is another one where like I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think this is it. I don't think it's worth my money, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. It's not quite enough. Schneider, only 2 home runs against lefties. This is really good here. Metrics are really bad. Sinker is bad. Change up, bad for home runs. Slider is great. And then 4-seam is bad. Reset. Everything is at 9. His pitch mix goes to 10.5. Take away the 3. And it goes back down to 7.1. So I'm not even going to put his name down. I don't think it's good enough. Perfido only has, even with Schneider too, only 30 at-bats. And then Perfido just 19 at-bats. So again, probably not enough of a sample size for me to figure out what to do there. Alright, that takes care of that game for us. Next up, Padres and Cardinals. 92 degrees, clear, wind blowing to the left. home run a game. Oh, I should say home run per 9 innings. So, I don't know. Not great. Not a great one to hit home runs off of. Right-handed pitchers. Switch to that. Let's start at the top with Donovan. Good history. Not great metrics. Let's look at the pitch mix. Sinker, awful. Curveball, awful. Slider, awful. Like, no, we're not doing it. Contreras, a little bit of history. Metrics aren't good. Slider, awful. Sinker, awful. Sweeper, mid, ISO. And curveball, awful. Just not enough. Not enough there. Win, no. Arnado, no. Burleson, okay. Let's see. Sinker, no. Curveball, good. Slider, good. Cutter, no. And sweeper, good. There's some good things here. Burleson, enough to look at the spray chart. So 4.5, just 4.7 with his pitch mix. He's a junk pitcher though. He throws everything. Let's take some of the ones that are not double digits. Let's take those off. That puts it down to 2.2. So again, not good. Not good at all for his most likely pitches. So I'm not sold on it. Scott, no. Pies, no. Walker, good metric there with the exit velocity. Just one for history, and then tons of red here. So, not good enough. Herrera, Bozo, Ziggy's, Hampson, and Furman. Only 17 at bats. Metrics are bad. History is good. Slider is good. Sinker is good. Sweeper is bad. And curveball is bad. I don't know. Probably not good enough sample size here. It's at 6.3. Goes up to 7.1. Take off the ones he doesn't. He throws the least. And it's up to 9.1. I think this is good enough for me to put his name down, but not good enough for my money. So, there we have it. That makes it what? So Furman's the only one on the team, and he barely has any at bats. I want to say 17. So, not really sold on it, but it's a decent matchup from him. Let's look at the Padres side. Tatis should be a home run hitter, but he's been, look at this drought. He's been doing like enormous gaps. He tends to like get hot, and then you want to ride it when he's hot. Right now he's cold, so that's frustrating. He's always capable to go yard, but he's in a slump right now, and just makes me worried. 12 home runs given up by Sonny Gray. More to righties, which Tatis is a righty. But you can see the metrics look bad. There's no history of recent. And then Sinker, bad ISO. Sweeper, great. to 7.9. So I think Sheets is a hammer, just because there's still a lot of positives. Don't get me wrong, there's some negatives too, but I mean, someone's gonna homer. I think he's got the best chance right now. Let's look at Merrill. A little bit of history, but metrics are bad. Too much red in here, but the curveball is good. Curveball, fastball is terrible. Sweeper, terrible. Changeup, terrible. He needs a curveball or a cutter, and he barely ever throws a cutter. Curveball is his number one pitch, though. So, like, because that's his number one pitch, like, this could be, he might hit this out. 3.5 to 3.6 to 3.4. So, not enough there for me. Cronenworth, no. Iglesias, no. Diaz, no. Maldonado. Metrics look bad. A little bit of history though, and then tons of red up here. Only thing he can hit is the cutter. It's his third highest pitch in terms of what he throws. Let's look at the spray chart. That's at 5. It goes to 6. Take off the ones he doesn't throw as much. It goes back down to 5. So again, not good. Not good enough for me. Wade, no. Brooks, no. Johnson, 14 at bats. Just probably can't do anything with that. Alright, that takes care of that game. We've got Sheets as the hammer. Not really a lot of home runs being predicted there, but there's probably going to be plenty because it's 92 degrees. But I don't know. We'll see. Alright, moving on. Athletics at Astros. They are indoors, so weather is not really a factor, but it is hot. Unless this is a retractable roof, I don't even know. Alright, let's look at Houston first. Severino is a righty, and he gives up 13 home runs, pretty equal to both sides, but not a lot. You see the ISO is low, and just 1 per 9 innings. really small sample size again, but the data is screaming at you. Like, look at all this. That's crazy. And the recent history, the metrics are bright. Let's take a look at the pitch mix. Sinker is bad. Sweeper is great. Four seam is pretty good for ISO. Cutter is great. So I think there's enough there again to take a chance on him. Reset. Like, because he's barely played and he's hit some home runs. 23% home run percentage on his spray chart. Go to the pitch mix, it's up to 30. Take away the ones he barely throws, and it stays at 30. I'm gonna put him as a hammer, but with people like this, with situations like this where there's a really small sample size, you often get burned on it as the averages, it goes back or regresses back to the mean, right? He got off to a hot start, and now he hasn't done anything. Like, he's only been around for 7 games, right? And he did really well. He only hit 1 in the last 7 games, though. So that's where, like, small sample size can come back to bite you, but it's crazy. This is looking at me enough. I'm also confused as to why there's like 3 home runs here, but it says he only has 1 home run. Oh, I'm on singles, duh. Alright, let's go back to home runs. Okay, so this is where it is. Okay. So, last 5, two games, and in one of the games he had 2 home runs. So, yeah, small sample size. It'll be dangerous, but it's possible. Let's go over to the Athletics. The Athletics, you can see, have a lot of guys that hit home runs. So, let me see what we got. How many we end up liking here. Okay. So, let's start with Alexander. Is it righty? He got rocked. He just got called up, I think. Only 15 innings pitched, so probably 2 games. He's getting rocked. So that's a good sign for us. Alright, let's start at the top. Let's just start with Rooker. He's definitely a home run hitter. Sinker, not good. Changeup, not good either. Man, that's disappointing. And then the sweeper. Rooker can take yard. Metrics aren't great against this pitch mix. And there's only 1 in the recent history. That's unfortunate. Like, I was hoping Rooker would be one of the guys. He tends to be pretty reliable. See all the home runs he's hit so far. At 7%, pitch mix goes down to 4.7. Take away the fastball, he throws at the least. It's 3.8, so that's unfortunate. I was really hoping Rooker would be A1, but the data is just not showing it. Butler, like 1 in history, metrics look bad. Changeup bad. Sinker is great. Sweeper is bad. 4 seam is mid. So let's reset here. It's at 5, goes to 5.2, and then take away those 2, and it's at 4.2. So again, probably not good enough. Soderstrom. Alright. He can crush fastballs, but I don't think that's what he's going to be getting here. Unfortunately, changeup is bad. Sinker is bad. He can crush sweepers, though. So these 2, sweeper and fastball, he can crush. But those are thrown the least amount. What he's going to see most often. He does not really hit well. For home runs, anyways. 6.5, stays at 6.5 for everything he throws. Take away those 2 that he throws the least, and definitely worth money. My money, anyways. So there. Not good metrics. Only one in the recent history. Cutter is mid. Sweeper is bad. Sinker is bad. Changeup is bad. It's not good. He's a home run hitter, but that does not look good at all. Alright, let's go to the guy. Trout is their guy. Recent history is good. Metrics are mid. Lots of green up here. Let's hope that leads to a good. Alright, Cutter is great. Sweeper is bad, so he's not going to be able to take that. And then Sinker is mid. So let's reset it. We're at 9.9. Pitch mix goes up to 13.2. Take away the fastball, change up and curveball, and he's at 9. Okay. The entire pitch mix, though, up to 13, so that was good. Okay. So I think he's worth a hammer as well. Trout, hammer. And then Wade. Recent history looked good, but metrics are really bad, and there's tons of red up here. The only thing he can hit is the cutter, and that's his number one. Cutter and sweeper, and those are 1 and 2. But he's barely seen a sweeper, and even for that matter, he's barely seen a cutter. But let's take a gander here. The whole thing is at 1.4. It goes down to 1%. And then take away the sinker. It's at 1.1. Just not enough. Anard, whatever. Metrics not good. Recent, not great. There's just one there, but Cutter's not good. Sweeper's mid, but no home runs, so probably not enough there. Mancada, he doesn't play often, so I always feel like it's risky to put him in a parlay because he's probably not even going to hit. I mean, you got to take him straight if you think he's going to play, but I don't know. The recent stuff looks good here. Metrics look good. Cutter is mid. Sweeper is great. Changeup is bad. Curveball is great. So some great stuff in there. Reset it. We're at 8. Go to his pitch mix. We're up to 10. Take away the sinker. We're up to 11. Rays didn't really like too much there. I put Sheets as the only hammer. Moving on to the Astros and Athletics. Walker, Bryce Matthews, Shea,